Hey everybody, I'm Izzy. Today I'm going to show you how to install our dust boot system. So this connects to your 1 horsepower dust collector. Now all 1 horsepower dust collectors that I know of have the 5-inch hole. So on this particular piece right here, when they come together they're going to be a little bit stiff, so you're going to have to work them apart. This is the section that's going to go on the dust collector, the one with shoulder bolts sticking out. Now this is a really easy installation. You simply put it over the top there. Make sure that the lip is coming out just a little bit right through here, so you can see 3/8, 1/4 inch, somewhere in that neighborhood, and then tighten it down. And there's going to be 3 set screws. They're not going to be installed. The 3 set screws will be in a small baggie, and then just tighten that right down. Some of the dust collectors have a little bump right here, so this is designed to go right over the top of that, so no worries there. So all I'm doing is just going around and tightening the 3 set screws, making sure I have that little bit of lip sticking past or protruding past the clamp itself. So the next thing I want to do, and this is going to help with air, right around here you may see there'll be a little tiny bit of light that you can see through here. We have to install our closed cell foam grommet, so that's going to go around here. But before we do that, what I want to do, which is not included, is take a bead of silicone and just put a nice bead of silicone right around, oop, you don't have to get that generous, right around the edge of this. Now this is going to serve 2 purposes. First of all, it's going to give us a nice tight air seal, and secondly, it's going to help us kind of hold our grommet in place. Now, you don't have to get crazy fancy with this, just put it in there. And it will be a little over length. You can just use your fingers, or you can get a sharp object so you get a nice tight fit. Now the silicone that we're using takes about 24 hours to dry. They do make faster setting silicones if you want to go that route. So the next thing we need to do is install our bag onto this. We call this the Q. It has a little whoop-de-doos on it. That's a technical term. I'm going to use a bag that we've already installed it on because my other bag is so gross I would be embarrassed to show it to you on camera. So what I like to do is put this little PVC ring in on the inside, kind of fold over the edges so you have a little bit extra sticking out, and then on a flat surface you're going to push your clamp over the top of that PVC ring. Now this can be a little bit fussy, so take your time. Now let me show you real quick. On at least the Rikon bags, they have a built-in strap around here. Now I've cut that off of this one. If yours has a built-in strap, you may or may not want to cut it off. If you fuss with it for a little bit, you can make it work. So I'm just going to go ahead and put that ring on my workbench, fold the material over, and then really push. You're going to need to give it some energy because you want a nice tight fit all the way around there. And then you're going to use a Phillips head and a 3/8 nut driver or wrench, also not included, to tighten that down. Congratulations, that installation is done. Now if you want, and what I did is I've gone around with a utility knife and just cut off the extra that's hanging out. Now that being said, if you don't want to cut it, you can fuss with it longer and kind of get those things flush, but that is a lot harder than this method. It would help if I used a sharp knife too. Okay, so from there you can just push. You want this grommet to be sticking a little bit proud because that's going to act like a little bit of a spring and push that onto these bolts. These bolt heads, there's a little recess in this material that captures those bolt heads so it just won't come off. When this gets all set in and you've used it a little bit, it may loosen up. These bolt heads are adjustable, so with a number 4 Allen you can tighten them down or loosen them up as need be. So now just a little push and a twist and your dust bag is super easy to change. Now if you use a 24-hour drying silicone, it's no big deal to leave a dust bag on a dust collector for 24 hours. Just go ahead and leave it on there. And yes, you can use it immediately. You don't need to wait for the silicone to dry. The silicone is held in place by that closed cell foam rod, so it's not going anywhere. If you do notice any air leaks, just another dab of silicone and you're good to go. Anyway guys, thank you for watching. I hope this installation makes sense to you. If you've already purchased it, thank you very much. If you're interested in purchasing it and still have questions, feel free to hit us up at help@izzyswan.com.